in the middle of no contract. We've been looking for a contract since April, and here we are in August, but they have the maximum profit. They told Congress that they were going to do how many jobs? They were going to increase it? 7,000. 7,000. I think we went down 7,000 instead of up 7,000. But they got billions to tell them that they were going to do this with the tax relief. So we say once again, no jobs, no deal. No jobs, no deal. No jobs, no deal. No jobs, no deal. Because what do we want? Contract. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Contract. When do we want it? Now.
Hello, sisters and brothers. Yeah. My name is Charles Daniels. I'm the president of Local 4123. I am honored to be here with all of you today. We are almost 4 months out now with no contract. Over 5 months tomorrow, trying to bargain a fair contract with a company that made $30 billion with a P dollars last year. Randall's a rat. Randall is a rat. And more importantly, they got a huge corporate tax cut. They went from 35% to 21%, which put an additional $20 billion in their coffers. And we don't have enough money to get a fair contract? They spent $85 billion on Time Warner, but we can't get a fair contract? How'd they make that money? Off us! Off our sweat, off our work. And now there's none left for us? What are the 4 sticking points, right? Healthcare. We already pay too much for healthcare. And they wanted to go up. They need more money. $30 billion wasn't enough. Number 2, Appendix F. Is it too much to ask to know when the end of your day is going to be?
No!
So that you can plan and go home to your family? Is that big of an ask?
No!
Of course not, because if you manage your load the right way, you don't have to force a bunch of overtime at the end of the day. That's not a us problem, that's a them problem.
Right!
But they keep it because they don't have any language for double time, so they just force those guys non-stop. Ridiculous. ESC. They want to attack the employment security language that we currently have. So that folks that were surplus before, even though there's plenty of work, after 90 days, they'll be gone.
Back to our job!
And the last one, job security. There is plenty of work out there, we just don't get it. All we want is that if there's work to be done, we're the ones to do it. Stop outsourcing our jobs. Stop offshoring our jobs. Ever since I've been here, for 18 years, I hired in with Andy Kazicki, who's right over here, and it was Ameritech back then. And you didn't want to show your face in the times of Ameritech because it was so rough working for this company. They were so hated at that point. They were down, and we were down with them. And we fought and we worked hard to be the face of their company when we were out there doing the installations, doing the repair, fixing the stuff that they messed up. And in the centers, they were answering the phone 12 hours a day, getting yelled at, getting screamed at, fixing their screw-ups. And we brought it all back. And we brought them up to the point they were so profitable that SBC came in and bought them. Because there was money to be made there. And then they picked up AT&T and they said, oh, look at this brand name, AT&T Golden, because AT&T back in the day took care of the customer.
Right.
So they changed their name. And now all of a sudden, they're making $30 billion a year. So tell me, when you were down, and we were down with you, and we helped you pick it up, now we can't be up with you?
What?
Now there's no room for us?
What?
Every contract that we have bargained has had a pension in it. Pension comes from the Latin word pensio. It means payment.
Right.
It is a payment for a lifetime given to a company. We have given our lives to this company. Decades and decades of time. The only commodity you can't get more of.
Right.
To build your family. To be a part of something. To make those rich people even richer.
Right.
And they still look at us like we're the enemy. That we're the problem. Because there's been a shift in how corporations look at their workers. We are no longer are part of the family. We're outside that circle. Now it's about making the rich people as rich as they can possibly be. Making money that you couldn't spend in 100 lifetimes. And it's still not enough. And what happens? What happens when there's no more union? Because guess what, everyone back there that's not union? We fight for you too.
Right.
We're the front line of defense. You think you have overtime, maternity leave, FMLA, benefits, weekends? You think you have all that because someone gave it to you? No! It's because people like us went out and took it.
Yeah.
Demanded it. Fought and died for it. And once it's gone for us, it's gone for you.
Right.
They're not going to raise our health here and say, hey, you guys are cool. They're not going to dip into our pensions and say, don't worry though, you guys are straight. That's not going to happen.
Right.
So you can sit back and you can be complacent, but just realize they're coming for you next.
Right.
So how do we fix it? I was in a garage on Friday and I was talking to Tech. No contract. He's like, what do we do to fix it? And I said, you show up on Sunday.
Right.
You show up on Sunday and you say enough is enough. I'm not going to stand for it. That's how they changed everything in the past, and that's the only way we fix it in the future. We fight for it. We take what's ours. Because we earned it. An honest day's pay for an honest day's work. The pension that is at the end of this. The light at the end of the tunnel. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The promise. The payment that we are due. That's what we're working for. That's what we're demanding. This contract they put out, no good. No security, no jobs, no deal.
No deal.
Because all they're going to do is work us for a couple of years and then let go of us.
Right.
And all that time, all that energy, all that life that you put into the company will be gone.
Right.
For what? For rich people to get even richer? And they try to divide us, right? They try to say they're not the problem. They try to pit us against each other. They say that, you know, the issue has to do with creed or race or gender. They make us fight.
Right.
Rob from us. It's the rich taken from the poor.
Right.
It's the reverse Robin Hood. It's not Robin Hood. Now it's corporate hoods robbing. And it has to end. And it ends with us and people like us refusing to stop. Never letting this be acceptable. Holding people accountable. For those politicians that voted for those tax cuts, they have to know that that money's not coming to us.
Right.
That money's coming out of our pocket to forge these corporations.
Right.
It's not welfare that's the problem. It's corporate welfare that's the problem.
Right.
And I'm tired of paying for them. And luckily, it's not just us that are fighting for it. We got politicians that have our back. Lawmakers that have spent lifetimes sticking up for labor, sticking up for people like us. And it's up to us to support them.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, if Tim Grimal ends up in the 11th Congressional District seat, currently held by Dave Trott, that anytime there is a labor bill in front of him, he will be on our side. Anytime they tell you that the answer is to funnel more money to the rich people, Tim will be there to tell them that hell no, you're wrong. He has been with us from the beginning. When the contract expired, Tim was out there at midnight in the rain supporting us. When we had our rally in Detroit, he was there supporting us. Today, we are here in front of this building for the NABJ to come out and get some exposure because AT&T's got deep pockets. And they pay off those mainstream medias to not talk about this right here. But they can't pay off Tim Grimal. So it is an honor to introduce the next congressman coming out of the 11th District, my friend, our friend, Tim Grimal.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is an honor for me to be here with you this morning and to once again stand in solidarity with you. This battle is bigger than AT&T. Certainly, this is an important contract dispute, and I'm going to continue to stand with you day in and day out as we battle AT&T, because as we know, they lied when they said that they were going to add jobs, and in fact, they've cut jobs. And so we're going to continue to fight for a fair contract with AT&T. We're going to continue to fight for more jobs, better pay, better benefits, and fair compensation. So this is a benefit, this is a battle that's been taking place across this country. It's not just AT&T, it's not just here in Michigan. This is a battle between working men and women here in Michigan and across the country, between everyday people and giant corporations that frankly don't give a damn about everyday people's well-being. And we've got a Republican majority in Congress, we've got Trump in office, and they don't give a damn about everyday people either. That's why we see these day in and day out attacks on working people, not just by Snyder, not just by the state legislature, but by Trump and the Republican majority in Congress. And so we start by winning a fair contract with AT&T, and then we go from there and we win social justice across this nation for workers everywhere by making sure that corporations pay their fair share and that working people get the jobs and justice that they deserve. Thank you. Keep up the fight, brothers and sisters. I'll be there with you every step of the way, day in and day out. Let's make sure that we win a fair contract with AT&T and win justice for every single American. Thank you.
All right, everybody. With that being said, they have requested, because this is private property, that we either walk down to the Riverwalk and finish our rally, or we walk across the street and finish our rally.
Cross the street.
So I say, we got a news camera here. We might want to just step off of this landing right here, so we won't be on their private property.
All right.
Because we know that the bottom line is, if we don't have jobs, we won't have a deal.
It's not even that they sent them to someone else here. They sent them out of America. Shouldn't our taxes help Americans? Should we be supporting the people that support the Philippines and the Dominican Republic and Jamaica before we support working Americans?
No!
That's where you want your tax money to go?
No!
No, and it has to end. The promise that was made is that it would help working class families.
Right!
I don't care what the stock market says. I care what workers' wages are.
There we go.
I care that people that work 40 hours a week can support their families.
Right!
I care that people don't have to go out and get local jobs because the jobs they're in won't let them be full-time because they don't want to pay for their health care.
Right!
Because it's too expensive, because we gotta pay these big pharmaceutical companies. That's what I care about.
Me too!
So no jobs,
No deal!
and no justice,
No peace!
no jobs,
No deal!
no justice.
No peace!
It has to end. We have to be the ones to make it end. We have to be the spark, the catalyst, the fire that burns it down. Because otherwise, these kids aren't going to have good jobs in the future.
Right!
What are they going to do? We're raising families here. We're trying to take care of people.
Right!
No, they cannot live at home. This is my 5-year-old daughter, Lillian Anna Daniels, right here. And every day I go to work so that this little girl can have a better life. And all I want is a contract that lets me get to those 30 years so I can grab that pension and support my family. All I want to do is work. That's it. And I'm the enemy? She's the enemy? This is where our tax money is supposed to be going, to help people like us.
Right!
People that love their families and love their country. And all they want to do is have an honest day's pay for an honest day's work. And when it's all done and they've given their life to that company, because companies, they used to be families too, but they're not anymore. Corporations have bought and paid for this country. and they keep enacting legislation that pushes us farther down. Right to work, Janus, Citizens United, that's all corporations being treated like people and leaving the people behind to be treated like garbage. And it's wrong. I appreciate all of you being here today to stand up and say that it's wrong. Because you're here for my family, and I love you because of it. And I'm here for your family. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that when we fight, we win.
Yes.
And I know that we will win this.
Yes.
Because when I look at you, I know that you're not going to let down my family.
Right.
And I'm not going to let down your family.
Okay.
And Tim's not going to let down any of our families.
Right.
And if we stay together, we will win. God bless y'all. Blame me if you don't like some of the activities. I want to thank y'all for coming out here. But I need you to go talk to your co-workers, our brothers and sisters that aren't here.
Yeah.
Okay? I was talking to a young man here. And he said, we had a 5-day strike over a grievance, and the company didn't blame. It's my opinion only, based on the actions companies refusing to get off that last final offer. They refuse to talk about bringing work back to this country. They refuse to talk about stopping the contracting out of a work and being a mistake. Tell your co-workers. They want to contract your job out. They do not want to have any employees. They do not want to have a contract with the union. This is where they're going. So we've switched tactics. It's called taking it to the street. These petitions is an ongoing thing. I'm not asking you to go to neighborhoods you don't know. Go in your neighborhood. Get your neighbors, your friends, get your family, and put your name on these petitions. Now, while it's ongoing, tomorrow at 11 a.m. in front of the empty building, 444 Michigan Avenue, the monument to AT&T Screens. A road trip is happening. 3 displaced workers, our brothers and sisters, they're going to be driving with some staff on a city tour, having a round table or a rally in each city they go through, on their way to Dallas to take 40,000 petitions that we already have.
Right.
And we drop them off at AT&T headquarters. Our plan to leave the street is to embarrass AT&T. They don't care about anything but their image. Right. And they're giving us all the ammunition we need.
How are we going to get back?
Remember, it was them. It was our CEO, Randy Rock. He said to our Congress, you give me $1 billion of tax relief and I'll create 7,000 jobs. He got $20,000 of tax relief. And they started buying back stocks. And laid off 1,600 more people. And refused to talk about bringing work back. All we want the public to know is the CEO of AT&T is a liar, a bad citizen. How we need the public to know? Well, the Detroit News and Frequent won't publish our message. We sent out press releases, but they're not here. AT&T is a big advertiser. Nobody wants to anger them. So, where do we go? Friends, neighbors, family, take the message out. It begins here. You need every one of you. Grab the petition from your load. Make copies. Get as many signatures as you can with the message. AT&T live. And Congress, they don't deserve the $20 billion. As a matter of fact, give the money back if you don't want to create jobs. Give the money back to the American people if you don't want to get jobs.
Give the money back.
Give the money back if you won't create jobs. Give the money back if you won't create jobs.